Hi, I want to talk to you about phrases. We're going to have actually two videos on phrases. This is the first one, and it's about mostly about prepositional phrases, participial phrases, and gerund phrases. A phrase in general is a group of words that work together and yet could not form a complete sentence, either because it doesn't have a subject or because it doesn't have a predicate, or both. So, for example, a verb phrase consists of a main verb plus any helping verbs that it might have. Here's a verb phrase, will be going. That is not a complete sentence because it needs a subject. It has a predicate, which would be that main verb going, but it doesn't have a subject. So it's a phrase. A prepositional phrase is a preposition, its object, and any modifiers. It can act as an adverb like this. I will sit at the table. At the table is a prepositional phrase telling where I will sit. Or as an adjective. The book on that desk is mine. On that desk tells which book I'm talking about. The preposition shows how its object is related to another word. So look back at that last sentence there. The book on the table is mine. Okay, so the table is the object of the preposition. The word on tells how that noun table is related to the noun book. Okay, so whatever word the prepositional phrase modifies is the word that's related to the object of the preposition. So on that desk is a completely different relation than under that desk. Okay, that's what it shows. I will sit at that table is completely different than I will sit on that table. Okay? Or if we're talking about time, I will go at 5 o'clock is actually different than I will go after 5 o'clock. Okay? At 5 o'clock means 5:00, I'm out the door. After 5 o'clock means sometime after 5 o'clock. Okay? Not before. Anyway, so you can see that how the preposition works is sort of a relational type word. A gerund phrase is an ing verb with any modifiers or objects that acts like a noun. That whole phrase acts like a noun. The hardest part is kneading the dough. Maybe I'm talking about the process of making bread. But kneading the dough here is acting like the predicate nominative. Okay? Kneading the dough renames the hardest part and is your linking verb here. A gerund or gerund phrase could act like the subject of a sentence. I could have said kneading the dough is the hardest part. Then kneading the dough would have been the subject of the sentence. It can also act like a direct object. I like kneading the dough. So kneading the dough might be the object of the verb like. It can also act like the object of a preposition. Okay, so, and we'll see some examples of all these things in the book during our meeting. A participial phrase acts like an adjective. Like gerunds, present participles end with ing, but they act as adjectives. So here we go. The man making the chili is my husband. My husband likes to make chili. Making the chili tells which man, the man making the chili. Not the man walking out the door, not the man singing, but the man making the chili. And if I were to say the man is making the chili, now making becomes the simple predicate of the sentence and is not a participle. So you have to look at what a word or phrase is doing in the sentence. In this case, it's describing the man. Past participles usually end in ed, but some are irregular. So a beloved son. Beloved is a past participle. It's a regular past participle because it ends in ed. A lost key. Lost is past participle of lose. And it's describing the key there, so it is participle form. Finally finished with his exam, Raoul breathed a sigh of relief. Okay, so this part right here, finally finished with his exam is an introductory participial phrase. There's a comma here showing that that's where the participial phrase ends, and all of this is describing Raoul. Finally finished with his exam, that's Raoul, okay? This part right here, breathed a sigh of relief, is the predicate of the sentence. It's not a participial phrase. It is the complete predicate. Shelley walked out the door forgetting her purse. And so here we have a participial phrase that's put at the end of the sentence. And so we have a comma here making it clear where to pause when you're reading it and setting off that participial phrase from the rest of the sentence. Forgetting her purse actually describes Shelley. So even though it's next to door, so some people might say that's a misplaced modifier. Even if it's misplaced, it does modify Shelley. So you can see with both of these, with this one you have an adverb that modifies the verb finished, and you have with his exam that also modifies finished. So all of these words go together to form the participial phrase. Forgetting her purse. Her purse is the direct object of the verb forgetting. So this whole thing forms part of that participial phrase. Okay. I believe that's all I want to cover this time. Next time we will go into infinitive phrases and probably do a review of some kind of all of these phrases too. But I wanted to get these done for now. Hopefully these will help you with your meet and with the written assignment that you have coming up. Have a nice day.